Welcome back, gang. This is Deltia, and today I'm going to show you how to light attack weave in the Elder Scrolls Online. I'll be using my webcam showing my fingers and mouse so you can see and hear the sounds I'm making. I'll give you a clue. It's like a heartbeat. Da-dump, da-dump. So if you're struggling to increase your damage per second, don't understand how to properly weave, this is the video for you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, turn the alerts on, and consider becoming a member so I can produce more Elder Scrolls Online content. Let's get started. Before we get into light attack weaving, I want to briefly go over how I set my keybinds up. So I'm on PC, obviously, but this will be important if you're trying to do the same thing, making it very easy with your hands to move and or keybind usabilities. My mouse, it's a Naga Razer, not sponsored yet, but hey, I'm looking. What it does is I have my keys 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so I have it on my mouse. That's obvious. I have my potion here as well. What I use my hand for, let me move this around, is movement. W-A-S-D. That's common sense stuff, right? But my dodge roll key I set to V. V. Why? I do not want my fingers to stray away from the movement. So that way I can move, I can dodge, I can hit a potion, I can hit an ultimate, all with 1 or 2 hands, but I'm not straying and having to go over here, and along with my mouse, having to go over here and go all sorts of places. So my mouse is primarily light attack, heavy attack, block, right? And you'll see here, that is bar swap. So I rebound that way I'm not fussing with how I have to click the bar swap. It's all my mouse. So I know I can control this very, very easily. Movement, all on the keyboard with a couple of different keys for ultimates, dodge roll, and potions is even on my mouse as well. Making it very simple to move, use abilities at the same time. That's what you're trying to do to make light attacking and your movement and skills a lot easier. So why light attack weave in the first place? Light attacks can be one of the best forms of damage in the game. Take this parse from a solo fight I did on my upcoming Magic Nightblade build. I soloed the veteran dungeon arcs for the Medusa staff and had an epic 10-minute fight on hard mode with the last boss. You'll see how much damage light attacks really do if you practice this. Additionally, one light attack will proc a buff that is placed on you for 15 seconds, generating ultimate every 3 seconds. And guess what? Light attacks cost nothing but a little time. The trick with light attack weaving is to rewire your brain to click light attack first before an ability. Light attack, ability. Click, 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 like a heart. Da-dump, da-dump, da-dump. Let's take a listen to me clicking away to see and hear what this sounds like live. As you could hear, it's click, 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 click. I click my left mouse down, or on consoles another key, right before I use my ability. The key is, some people like to relate this to a metronome, but me it's a heartbeat. Da-dump, da-dump, da-dump. So click, 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 click. You get the picture. When you first start out using a parse dummy in practice with your main spammable attack. For magic-based users, I'd start with the Destruction Staff skill line Force Pulse because you can run it on any class and you can also run it at range. Stam-based users can use a bow if they prefer range. Poison Injection's a good one, or you can go with melee, dual-wield Shrouded Daggers. Either way, these are 2 different instance-based abilities, and it's a good place to start practicing in a safe environment. There is another form of weaving that involves channeled attacks, something that takes time to cast rather than an instance. If you don't know, Elder Scrolls Online uses a global cooldown system. What this means is you can cast one ability 1 second. So when you click an ability, you'll notice there's animations, right? That sounds very simple. Why this matters is you cannot cast abilities faster than 1 second. So when you're light attack weaving, you have to think about how the global cooldown system works and also your animations. For whatever reason, on a Magic Nightblade, Funnel Hell, Swallow Souls, that doesn't weave as good or force pulse for me. But if we look at a couple channel-based abilities, Stamina users have Bloodthirst in the dual-wield skill line. This is what my Stamina Dragon Knight primarily uses because it has a nice heal. A good example of a magic-based channel is Puncturing Sweeps on my Templar. Both of these take time before they have the full effect and will require some more practice, but the method is the same. Click before the ability. Click, click, heartbeat. Da-da, da-da. Once you get a hang of your main spammable weave, add in one damage over time effect or ground effect AoE. Magic-based users can go with Elemental Blockade and Destruction Staff skill line. Still light attack weaving right before you cast, or right before you bar swap. Basically, before you take any action, reprogram your main to light attack before. Stamina-based users using bow can go with Arrow Barrage, or if you want to stick with dual wield, you can go with Deadly Cloak. So you're going to add in one extra ability that will do damage over time. And once you get the hang of that, you're going to continue to add more and more skills, buffs, and ground effect AoEs to continue to ramp up the damage. The essence of doing high damage in PvE or PvP is weaving in between actions or the global cooldown system, adding more buffs, dots, ground effects. The more you can consistently weave in between hard-hitting damage abilities, the better damage you'll do. The next level for weaving, you'll have to get out of your comfort zone. There are plenty of parse warriors who spend their entire day cranking out super high numbers on dummies, much higher than me, and that's great. But if you die in a dungeon, Cyrodiil trial, etc. because you can't survive, it doesn't matter what your combat metrics post looks like. I'd suggest try weaving on VMA or Vaitran. Now, you don't have to do Veteran. Start with normal if you need a place to practice, because these are instance-based. You'll have no healer, no tank to handle pressure for you. It's all down to you. In here, you'll have to heal, buff, execute, move, etc. Even when casting a shield, even when casting your heal, you need to try to light attack right before. Remember the heartbeat. Da-da, da-da, da-da. For magic-based users, there is a big difference weaving a lightning staff versus a fire staff. Lightning staff heavy attacks are channeled, meaning you'll have to hold down the button and it procs similar effects until final shot. However, fire and frost, you have to hold it down its entire duration and it fires off one single powerful shot. I'd say lightning staffs are much more beginner friendly, especially if you're running out of resources or need additional area damage. Hold it down when you have no idea what to do, and it's a very effective AoE damage and resource sustain. However, fire staff on the front bar combined with light attack weaving can produce some awesome single target damage. So if you're new to this, start with a lightning staff, practice, and graduate to a fire staff in most cases. Another reason to add heavy attacks sporadically is the resource sustain when you're out of juice. This works for stamina users in any weapon. Reason number 2 to use heavy attacks sporadically is to time spawns or the starts of fights, holding down a fully charged heavy, letting it rip right as the mobs appear or right as the tank pulls the boss. Right before launching into combat, buff, hold down a fully charged heavy attack so that your first action is either an ultimate or a fully charged heavy attack. This method is a great way to start fights off versus just a very wimpy light attack or an ability. Trust me, it'll make things go much smoother. One of my favorite methods is to use Meteor along with a fully charged heavy attack, so ultimate lands right at the exact same time my heavy attack does. Great in PvP and PvE. This heavy attack timing is one of the main ways to get super high scores in VMA and Vate. If you can count down perfectly your buffs, ground effects, fully charged heavy attack as the boss spawns or you enter combat, you can utterly burn down the encounter with zero mechanics. I do this on my Magic Nightblade in the first round, 15 seconds burning the boss. This isn't that impressive, as some folks have it down to 10 seconds. The better you get at this, the better your gear, the more CP you have, the easier things become. I'll explain further advanced strategies in another video, but this is light attack weaving basics. If you don't remember anything else from this video, remember, it's the sound of a heartbeat. Da-dump, da-dump. Click your light attack before your skills. Click, 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 click. Once you get the hang of this, things will melt. On a tank, on a healer, or a DPS. It doesn't matter. Light attack if you can. Elder Scrolls Online favors damage in almost all of its functions. So if you want to improve, if you want to clear a lot of these high-end content, the more damage you and your team can do, the better and the easier this will be. So that's a video. I appreciate you watching. Leave me a comment and others on your light attack tips or any other mechanics you'd like to learn in the Elder Scrolls Online. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, turn the alerts on, and consider becoming a member so I can produce more Elder Scrolls Online content. Thanks for watching.